Questions are being raised here at the London College of Communication on what brands need to do to survive the emerging markets of the 21st century. I'm just going to ask you first your names and where you're from.
Okay, name's Preston Henningham. I'm from PR Newswire.
Nick Osborne from PR Newswire also.
Daniel Froline, and my consultancy is called Finding New North.
My name is Andres Ausenbud. I'm an account manager for a marketing consultant firm called Three Lotus Media.
Do you think brands are going to have a problem facing the 21st century?
I think brand managers are having trouble dealing with the growth of the new media options. I think the brand managers are having to choose which way to spend their money and how to quantify the research data in such a fast-moving, converging media market.
I think that as brands are getting more global, they're also, every time they start doing business in a country, especially like China, they have to look at the impact that their business is going to have abroad for their brands.
I think it's developing having a good strategy, having some good tactics, never really sticking exactly to your plan. I think a plan is only as good as its ability for it to be changed, and really just understanding the local environment. I think once you've got an idea of that, and also I think these days embracing Web 2.0 and social media, I think a lot of brands forget about the fact that their brand identity is not necessarily owned by the corporate, but by the people actually who are buying into that. So you need to be able to look at Facebook, YouTube, get an understanding of what's being said about their brands on the message boards, and be able to be flexible and adjust your brand accordingly to the market.
Brands need to evolve with the pressures of the internationally growing markets of the 21st century. They've been discussed here at the London College of Communication in a heated debate.
Sometimes it's about us, and sometimes it's about you as a brand consultant. Where does your job start?
This line between a branding expert and a consumer is going to be non-existent. I mean, anybody can create a brand now. You buy an iBook, you create your music, you can put up your own website, look like you're...
What is the essence of a brand? Because if you think of this kind of scientific branding, I think you can see that it's hugely problematic, because the process of scientific branding involves going to the consumer, working out what their experience is, and basically holding up a mirror to the consumer and then advising the brand to narrow the gap between the consumer's perception and what the brand actually is.
Yeah, it's like the iPhone. The iPhone's not actually for business, it's not a very good phone. But you're not buying the phone, you're buying the iPod, you're buying the photo tool, you're buying the video tool. You're buying into the Apple brand, even though you know it won't work with the Nokia.
For instance, one thinks of Rolexes as these great timekeeping machines, but yeah, they're possibly flawed. I think, but when one buys a Rolex, I think when some guy goes out and spends, I don't know, £5,000, whatever, on a Rolex, I don't think he's thinking, I'm going to go buy myself this precision time machine. I really don't think that's what's going through the guy's head. I think he's thinking, I'm going to go buy myself a Rolex.
Samani Way for newspaper.com in London.